Brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, what does the image of a shepherd tell us about God's care for us? Shepherding was one of the oldest callings in Israel, even before farming. They were looking after sheep, and it was no easy calling. It required great skill and courage. Herds were often quite large, thousands or even 10,000 of sheep. Watching over them required a great deal of attention and care. Sheep who strayed from the flock had to be sought out and brought back by the shepherd. Sin hyenas, wolves, and even bears were common and fed on sheep. The shepherd often had to battle with these wild and dangerous animals. A shepherd had to put his life on the line in defending his sheep. Shepherds took turns watching the sheep at night to ward off any attackers. The sheep and their shepherds continually lived together. Their life was so intimately bound together that individual sheep, even when mixed with other flocks, could recognize the voice of their shepherd. They would come when called by their name. Jesus told his disciples that he was the good shepherd who was willing to lay down his life for his sheep. When he saw the multitude of people in need of protection and care, he was moved to respond with compassionate concern. His love was a personal love for every person who came to him in need. My dear brothers and sisters, we call Jesus the Good Shepherd. Now the question is, are we ready to give whatever we can to help him shepherd his people? The first reading from the prophet Jeremiah shows us what happens when the shepherds of Israel fall short in their responsibility, and what happens when not enough people step up to help them. But leadership has consequences for the people being led. Under bad leaders, everyone gives less than they can. And a lot of people are left behind. The needs of the orphan, the widow, the foreigner, and the poor are set aside. Those shepherds are good at caring for themselves and keeping up appearances. But they leave a lot of people without care. All the years later, during Jesus' time, leadership still has not been solved. It makes sense why Jesus is moved with pity for the people. That's why Jesus finds these people in the gospel like sheep without a shepherd. That's why people approach Jesus and ask him to help them. And Jesus looks at them, pities them, and resolves to shepherd them. It is not too long after this pitying look, we hear that Jesus worked his famous miracle with the bread and the fish to feed thousands of people. Jesus knows how to give what he can and has it in his power to give everything the people need. Jesus was the one who came to provide a shepherding presence to his people, and he does it today. The main responsibility of a shepherd is to feed his sheep. Jesus, the Good Shepherd, is preoccupied with feeding his sheep. He went without food. He fed his sheep by teaching them at great length. The way Jesus wants us to show our love for him is by feeding his sheep. My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus, our Good Shepherd, continues to nourish us with his words and with his own body and blood. He formed us to be not only faithful sheep, but also discerning shepherds. Fed and nurtured by Jesus, we are to bring his love to those we meet. So today, let us ask Jesus for help in doing our part. Let us say, I am ready to help. I am little. I am small. And it doesn't seem there is much I can do. But let Jesus help us to give whatever we can. Let him help us to play our small role in shepherding his people. Let us allow him to work through us so that we can be his instruments in the world. Amen.